Welcome in, everybody, for more Rosewater. I'm so excited to have you here. It's me, your old friend, Jess. It's Decaf Jedi, and we are playing more. This is episode 2 of Rosewater, the 2025 Western adventure game from Grundislav Games. Really enjoying this one so far. We are Harley Leger, a journalist, a tough-nosed journalist who's arrived in the small western town of Rosewater in the fictional world of Western Vespuccia, and we are on the trail of possibly a great fortune. We've met some new friends. We've teamed up. We're working on a heist, and right now we're trying to find some explosives to blow open the lock on a scientist's laboratory door. That's where we're headed. Good to see everybody. Howdy, partnered, all of you too. Good to see you, Dr. Mario, Paul, Expert Casual, Harmonic City, Green Bean. I agree. Harley Leisure is a very good name and a fun character so far. I'm looking forward to getting back in. Now, as we left off last time, we had been ambushed by what I'm going to call native Vespuccians here and thrown into prison. And we probably need to escape, I'm guessing. Something I love this game does is a trick that some of my favorite old school adventure games do too, with this framing of things in the foreground. Such a great looking game. And some great tense music here too.
Hey, Danny?
What is it?
This is Danny. He's our lassoman.
Relax, Danny. It'll be okay.
You think so?
Sure. If these folks meant us any harm, they wouldn't have bothered capturing us.
I didn't think of it that way. I sure hope you're right.
Yeah, solve this puzzle for me.
Got any thoughts on how we might get out of here?
They took my guns, so... not really. You should ask Jake. He's the one with all the clever tricks.
As a gentleman, Jake. Kind of a Buffalo Bill type character.
Were you able to see how Captain Stokes fared?
I lost sight of him when I got knocked off my horse. Sure hope he made it, though.
He was escorting us to the nearby army fort where we were going to acquire some explosives.
You and Jake must have gotten into scrapes like this before, right?
Well, I have, yes. Although it was before I met Jake. But is this really the time for stories?
Fair enough. Perhaps another time.
See what Jake's got for us.
Hey, Jake?
Miss Leger?
Making yourself comfortable?
Not really. His bench is hard as a rock. Could do with some back support, too.
No
But
lumbar
it's as
support
good
on
a
that
place
bench.
as any to think of a way out of here.
Had any ideas for escaping yet?
You'll be the first to know, I assure you.
Seems like they really want me
I'll
to
leave
solve
you
this
your
puzzle.
thoughts.
This is the newest member of our group, a demolitionist.
Phil?
Eh?
His name's Phil. Make a
I
joke.
never imagined volunteering for a search party would include free accommodation.
I must say, of everyone I have shared a jail cell with, you have the liveliest sense of humor.
One thing I like about this game so far is that all of our companions seem like really fun hangs. Just cool people to chill with.
So, this isn't the first time you've been locked up?
Certainly not. At least these people seem more hospitable to their prisoners than the Spanish.
Got any suggestions for how we might get out of here?
Not just yet. I want to see how things play out.
What do you mean?
Something about this does not feel right. We know very little of our captors. I cannot devise anything until that changes.
Did you see what became
I
of
guess
Captain
you didn't see what happened to
Stokes?
Captain Stokes.
Yes, though I wish I had not. Pinche cobarde.
That
no.
doesn't sound like a good thing.
He turned and ran, took his men and abandoned us. To think I held him as a man of honor. Bastardo!
That mean.
Whoa!
Easy there, Phil.
Forgive me, but I cannot abide a deserter.
It takes a low sort to abandon someone who's counting on you. I'll just be over here.
These shards of pottery? Yes.
Did smashing that pot make you feel any better?
It did, yes.
Yes. Inventory. The lifeblood of any good adventure game.
I suppose all of these were made here. Quite a collection.
Really want to look at that foreground corn.
This basket's full of soap.
And at least we can keep clean.
Uh-huh. Except there is no water in here.
Then let's hope we can get out of here soon.
Soap, eh? Don't mind if I do.
Wonder what they use these for.
Head catchers would be my guess.
Hey, it's not funny.
It was not meant to be.
Search 'em.
Empty.
For now.
Must be for storage.
We're going to soap up the floor, and when they walk in to get us,
Completely empty.
they're going to slip, and we're going to escape.
It's quite ornate. Brightens the place up, I suppose.
It is noble to find beauty in dark moments, but perhaps not so very useful.
Dried corn. At least we won't starve.
If that's all there is, starving might be preferable.
Dried corn.
If that
Okay, maybe the door's just open.
Hey, anybody out there? Let us out.
I'd save my breath if I was you.
This is a classic. How do you get the banana picker out of the prison cell situation? Only we're the banana picker.
This ceramic shard's got a very sharp edge. That's not going to get the door open.
First, learn some insults. Yeah, we're going to have to master the sword. We're going to have to figure out treasure hunting. We've got to get a ship, a crew. We got a lot to do before we can start thinking about how to escape this puzzle. Let's see. So I'm guessing it's none of my letters.
Smells like lye.
So it's dishonest soap.
That's not going to get the door open.
Here, eat this soap. See where it gets us.
Soap? Just what are you trying to say?
Do I smell bad?
Hey, Metalli.
I had a bath just last week.
That's not going to get the door open. I don't know a thing about carving.
Oh.
Hey, careful with that, Miss Leger.
You want to hear no whittling? There's just to whittle some soap into a key.
Are you threatening?
Nothing. I'm just showing.
Oh,
I know I lost my temper. No need to remind me.
Interesting,
I
that
don't know
gives
what-
a use with here. It is rootin' and tootin'. That's what we do around here. We root, we toot, we Groot. That's just the part of the stream where I start going, I am Groot, over and over again. We do that for like half an hour. We all love it.
Hey, Jake?
Miss Leger,
Surely.
more time.
How do you manage to get free?
Well, you gotta understand, every situation's different. Easiest way's usually bribing a guard, but sometimes you gotta get creative. Well, it's one time but no, that wouldn't work here.
Why not?
'Cause I'd need a few things, and coming by them in
Oh.
here will be next to impossible.
If you've got a plan, it's at least worth trying.
I reckon you're right. Main thing I need is something pliable.
Oh, I got it,
like
baby.
wax or soft wood. Then something sharp to shape it with. And finally, some shiny material. Metallic looking would be best. Find me those things, we might be in business.
I've got all 3 of those things.
I'll leave. Hey, Jake.
Miss Liz,
Oops. Need to use them.
I'll leave.
Okay, watch this. Watch this drive.
Will this work for what you need?
shiny and metallic. Perfect.
And no highfalutin around here. We don't roll like that.
This sharp enough for you?
It'll do, it'll do.
Sharp enough for you out there?
Is this pliable enough for you?
This'll do nicely.
Pliable enough for you out there?
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You got everything.
Sure did.
Monkey's Island,
Now, will you
Munkle.
tell me about this plan of
Munkle?
yours?
That's a
I'm
Munkle?
bluffing our way out of here. Give me a few minutes and you'll see what I mean.
Well, I'll be a monkey's Munkle.
Voila.
You carved a gun out of soap and wrapped it in tinfoil?
That's right.
All right, this is some cat hair mustache territory. Let's see where we can go.
It's certainly creative, I'll give you that.
Necessity is the mother of invention, as they say. Anyhow, soon as somebody comes in, I'll draw this and catch them off guard. You knock them out in the confusion, then we make our escape.
And you have confidence this will work?
These folk don't know firearms, they can't tell the difference.
But, what if...
Hello in there? I'm coming inside.
Well, ain't this fortuitous?
It is fortuitous.
Greetings. I'm Nadine. I've
Hey,
come
Nadine.
Hands up!
to... Is that a fake gun?
Nailed it.
Yes?
Don't mind my friend here. Nadine, was it?
Yes, Nadine Redbird.
Harley Leger.
Ah, Doc Sedgwick did mention.
Wait
Nadine.
a minute. Weren't you Doc Sedgwick's apprentice?
That's right. You know him?
We spoke briefly, and he took care of Phil over there.
That's good. I do miss working with him.
Does that mean this is a medical call?
The chief sent me to make sure none of you were hurt. She also wants to speak with whoever's in charge of your group.
That would be me.
What it
All due
now?
respect, sir, but after that little trick you just pulled, you're out of the running.
I'll go then.
All right, come with me.
I really like the font choice for this game. Has a lot of character without, like, dipping into unreadability.
I bring you Miss Harley Leger, representing the captives.
Thank you, Nadine. You may return and tend to the others.
I will.
Enter and be welcome.
That was
You may
some nice
call me
rotoscoping.
Chief Lutzi. I am responsible for the people of this village.
Pleasure's all mine.
You have violated the borders of the Autumn Nation, duly established by recognized treaty with your government. Miss Leger, why are you here?
I want to be a pirate.
Captain Stokes is missing some troops, and we were helping in the search.
You serve Stokes. Curious, you do not dress like a soldier.
We have nothing to do with the fort.
Who are you then?
I'm a journalist for the Rosewater Post. My companions
The
and I
Ropo.
are researching Dr. Bennet Clark. We only came to Stokes to ask for help getting inside the abandoned laboratory on the other side of the valley. Thought maybe you could spare some dynamite or something. But first we had to ride with him to find First Lieutenant Mulberry and his missing men.
I see. What did he tell you of us?
Let's just say he didn't paint a very pretty picture.
Unsurprising. Do you share his opinion?
He's no friend of
Not
mine.
at all. Stokes is just some windbag I met this morning. I'll make up my own mind.
Yeah, Harley.
That is good to know.
Give it to
All
him.
of them mean you no harm, Miss Leger. However, for months, the fort soldiers have routinely violated our borders and harassed our people.
Not to be
Just
confused
last
with foot
night,
soldiers.
A band of them came, led by this man, Mulberry. They attacked us in our fields and set fire to our crops.
Were there any casualties among your people?
No deaths, although a number were burned or wounded in the fight. As for Mulberry, we captured him. He is under guard in one of our empty storehouses. Stokes has turned our village into a prison, and now he is recruiting civilians to come after us. I fear this will not end until everything we have has been turned to ash. But I cannot allow that. Something must be done.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go confront Mulberry with this fake gun. And I'm going to hold him at gunpoint and force him to apologize.
You're right. Can we help you in any way?
I believe so. And you can get what you're after as well.
I'm listening.
Our scouts have observed an army wagon making regular deliveries to the fort from Rosewater. It comes in the night, when few others are willing to travel. And
Like the Trogdor.
it arrives a day or two after the train stops in town.
Then that would be tonight? I just arrived on the latest train into Rosewater.
Yes, exactly. I cannot know for sure, but I believe this wagon carries supplies, along with weapons and munitions. The soldiers use these to strengthen themselves, then come and deprive us of what little we have. If you and your people were to obtain them, it would be to our mutual benefit. We would have a means of defense. You would have the tools to enter this laboratory, and Stokes would be deprived of his armaments.
Yes. Won't it be dangerous?
You're proposing we raid a military supply wagon? That sounds awfully risky.
Our peaceableness has brought us no safety. In doing nothing, we risk extermination at the hands of these men.
Tonight, then, huh?
Tonight, or not at all.
I'm
The
in.
darkness will be to your advantage. Our scouts have also noted that only
Heist.
2 men guard the wagon.
Guess I'd better tell the others and get to planning.
You are welcome to rest here in the meantime.
Thank you, Chief.
Like in this room?
May the Earthmaker guide you.
Yeah.
Everyone in good shape?
Mr. Lua has some minor bruising, but your friends are otherwise healthy.
Good to know. Hey, fellas, come on out here. We got some business to discuss.
All right. The whole
I
gang's here.
take it your meeting with the chief went well?
It's funny. As I watched Harley walk into the foreground and her sprite scale up, it reminds me, just the other day I was reading an old computer game magazine, as I'm wont to do. It was like a 1991 PC gaming magazine. And there was a preview of Monkey Island 2, or LeChuck's Revenge, if you will, in the magazine. And the preview spent like a full paragraph talking about how good the walking from the background to the foreground sprite scaling was in Monkey Island 2, and what improvement it was over the same feature in Monkey Island 1. And you gotta love video game journalism circa 1991, where they're like, of all the things I could write to get people hyped for Monkey Island 2, I want to tell them about how good the sprite scaling is. You won't believe it when Guybrush walks to the foreground of your screen and his pixels get bigger. It's going to blow your mind. Yeah, that's right. It did get me hyped. And that's right. Now I kind of want to go back and play it. I should go back and play Monkey Island 2 sometime. I replayed a few months ago the special edition of Monkey Island 1. Maybe it's time to jump into a little Monkey Island 2 soon.
Yes, although I learned how much of a bastard Stokes truly is.
I told you he was a no-good deserter.
He is much worse than that. Turns out the reason Mulberry didn't come back is that he was taken prisoner while conducting an unprovoked raid on this village. A raid Stokes himself ordered.
What?
Army
What?
soldiers have been crossing into Otham territory and attacking them without justification.
It's true. I have treated many of the wounded myself.
Hijo de la... We cannot let this injustice stand.
That is troubling. But what can we do about it?
Chief Lutzi suggested we hit him where it hurts, the fort's supply chain.
I'm
so we'll
in.
be carrying out our own raid on a delivery wagon.
And to think just yesterday you were having reservations about robbing folk. Reckon it's true what they say about the frontier changing people.
I came here bright-eyed and excited for the frontier like Dr. Bashir in season 1 of Deep Space Nine, and left cynical and disillusioned like Dr. Bashir in season 6 of Deep Space Nine. I think I'm going to say this one.
I don't know about you, but I don't feel too bad about lifting a little from the crown. It glitters enough already.
If the government is engaged in oppressing these people, you should be proud to resist.
Now listen up, because we've got some preparations to make.
Thank you, Blue Wyvern.
And the wagon will be coming through tonight, according to the chief. We can get the munitions Phil needs to get us into the lab, along with some weapons and supplies for the autumn.
Ah, the old 1-2 punch. I like it.
Only question is, what's the best approach?
I'm thinking we create a distraction. We get the wagon to stop, then you and I keep the driver occupied while Danny and Phil sneak the stuff out.
I prefer a more direct approach. You said the wagon was poorly guarded, eh? We have enough fighters to overpower them. When they see they are outmatched, we should be able to take what we need without firing a shot.
Wouldn't it be better to do this without drawing any attention? You could set up a roadblock, then sneak out what you need while they investigate.
All good plans. Have you got anything, Danny?
No, but I think we should be careful.
Good
Something
choice.
like this could so easily go wrong.
So, what's it going to be?
Here's my plan. We get everyone here in the village to begin sewing outfits that look exactly like Harley's. Then we all dress up like Harley. That way, when eventually the troops from the fort arrive to raid the village, it looks like an overwhelming force of two-fisted journalists there to fight them off. The classic Santa Poco strategy, I believe, is what it's called in military terms. It's been a little while since I've seen a documentary about it. That's exactly right. If you're dealing with like an El Guapo situation, it tends to work there. I know it's had some success in the past. So like the wind. Great. I'm glad multiple people in chat are with me on that one. I mean, you know, I'm throwing out all the gold when I jump from a Deep Space Nine Dr. Bashir reference like 45 seconds later to talking about Three Amigos. Note to self, watch Three Amigos with my 12-year-old daughter. All 12-year-olds should eventually see Three Amigos. Oh, the singing bush. See, I was... Oh, man, I need to watch Three Amigos. Thank you, Vitaly. Thank you for the cheers. Okay, let's see here. Attack the wagon, create a roadblock, and sneak the... I'm going to go with Jake. I feel like a distraction. Well, yeah, let's distract.
I like Jake's plan.
All right, just follow my lead. If things start to go south, say, hang up the fiddle. That'll be the cue for Danny and Phil to vamoose.
I can help too, if you need an extra pair of hands.
Oh, well, sure. That'd be much appreciated, Miss Redbird.
Well, we better get ready. Let's hope this goes off without a hitch.
Did Francisco get this idea from his appearance on Chevy Chasers? Almost certainly. His episode about Three Amigos was fantastic.
What's going on here?
Ah, finally a third party. Maybe you can settle this argument.
And check out that
for us.
Autobots.
Ma'am, is this man causing you grief?
Not nearly as much as she's caused me, I can assure you.
You read the will same as I did. Mama left those jewels to me, not you.
Mama wasn't right in the head. She didn't know her patoot from her elbow.
What's
Jake
going on
will
out
remember
here? These two lackwits are standing in the middle of the path. This ain't no place for a family quarrel.
What in the Sam Hill are you two doing out here this time of night anyway?
We
Fighting.
had a bit of wagon trouble on our way home to Rosewater. You ever been there?
Yes, sir. It's where I grew up.
Oh no, time left.
After all we've been through, I need a drink. I'll be glad for some rest at the Jack of Diamonds.
Oh, sure. Love that place.
Me too. I wouldn't mind forgetting our troubles. Like how our wagon turned over and stranded us out here.
Your wagon turned over. How'd that happen?
Something ran out in front of us.
Yeah.
Spooked our horse.
It was a bar.
It was the biggest, meanest bear I ever saw.
A bear? Around these parts?
You must have quite the imagination, ma'am.
Shooter.
Or these two are up to something.
I believe the time has come to hang up the fiddle. Pardon for the disturbance, gentlemen.
Held it.
You have come back to us.
I'm sorry, Chief Lutzi. We weren't able to get very much, but we were at least able to obtain a chest of firearms.
Nevertheless, I am grateful for your efforts on our behalf.
It could have gone better.
Did you obtain what you needed?
Yes, with this dynamite, getting into the lab will be quite easy.
Then I am glad the raid proved fruitful.
Chief Lutzi, I am curious. Now that you can arm your people, what is your plan?
I can certainly understand your curiosity, General Marquez.
You know me?
We are close enough to the new Spanish border to keep informed of current events. To answer your question, we will defend ourselves. Peace has not worked against those who wish to harm us, so we must answer them with force.
You strike me as a wise and capable leader, but
I really like
allow
Phil.
me to offer one piece of advice. Do not underestimate your enemy. Nothing angers a tyrant like a show of resistance.
I appreciate it, General.
Good advice.
But I believe we will overcome.
I truly hope you do.
So, there's something else. Several crates in the wagon were marked Rosewater. I thought it was strange, considering that's where the wagon was coming from. And not only that, we found a safe filled with Aurum bars.
I wanted to take them, but Danny refused.
I really like the idea of an adventure game using, like, the party system. I feel like it's underdone in adventure games and such a fruitful concept. This is like my very own, like, Mass Effect squad.
I imagine you had good reason for that.
They were marked. They wouldn't have been any good to us.
Good thinking, then. The last thing we need is the Royals on us for stealing their Aurum.
The Royal Police? Nah, out here they'd send in the army. Or God forbid, the Blackburns.
The Union Busters?
Unions, heads, you name it.
The big question is, why send Aurum to the fort?
An intriguing line of inquiry, but I ain't sure the fort's dealings should concern us.
Perhaps not. But I am curious as well. Something unusual is happening here. Stokes was all too happy to aid our cause before my exile. Now he acts like a stranger. It cannot be a coincidence. I am going to charge my Lieutenant General with finding out more about these shipments.
Chasing more wagons full of Aurum?
Something like that. It is clear there will be no more aid from Stokes now, and I still have an army to
No,
outfit.
Phil.
Perhaps we will find something we can actually keep.
If money's what you're after, maybe you'd entertain the notion of joining our posse. That goes for you too, Miss Redbird.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain everything on the way back to the lab. Danny, you stay here and help unload the supplies. You can give Nadine the lowdown. Come meet us when you're done.
Will do.
I am sending one of our hunters to return Mulberry to the fort. He can show
Perfect.
you the way back.
Much appreciated. Right, let's get a move on.
Yeah, Norco
You
does a
coming with me
great
and Phil,
job
Miss Leger?
with the party system.
And missing all the fireworks when you finally set them off? I think not. And can it with the Miss Leger bunk? It's Harley.
Duly noted. Now let's get going.
Just one more thing before you go, Harley. You said you were a journalist, yes?
That's right.
Do you believe the townspeople would take an interest in our cause?
Some might. I can certainly tell my employer about the treatment you've received.
Please do. I have a statement I would like you to carry back. The Autumn are a peaceful people. We wish to be your good neighbors and friends. But if a Vespuccian soldier or any other person comes with violent intent to harm us, we will do what we must to protect our people.
Tough
Got
but
it.
fair.
Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
I'll make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
All right. Is it time to blow something up? I'm ready for the big kaboom.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here. Well, would you look at that? Didn't think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm.
Oh, man. I love
knows?
the sparingly
Maybe some
used
collector out
close-ups.
there'd be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
Gary updated.
I wonder how things will go for the Otham now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope. Provided they don't point them at us.
The flag Stokes was carrying.
Pity it's in such a sorry state.
Ooh, expert casual, 3 Skulls of the Toltecs. I'm familiar with that one in that I've like seen screenshots of it and stuff, but I've never played it. Is it good? Is it worth checking out?
I shouldn't leave this here.
It's good to see someone who respects their country.
There's anybody we need to talk to.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind? 'Cause you know I've been wondering about the Otham. What do you suppose will happen to them now that they're armed with guns?
Probably more shooting.
I don't know. But at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to them.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Ooh, close-ups of shifting between realistic and abstracted images was a topic in your comic books and graphic novels class. That sounds like a Scott McCloud understanding comics kind of concept.
So how did you wind up here in Vespuccia?
That is a very long story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps another time?
Fair enough.
This is how you unlock their personal quest lines.
I have to ask, what went on at the Rosewater Post?
That so-called newspaper editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over, that we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated, we will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
They said
Rough
defenestration.
Yes.
Right. Carry on.
Oh, nice. You read Scott McCloud in there. I read that years ago. After reading about, I think, in Wizard magazine, the guide to comics from the 90s. Boy, I was fascinated by it. I have like a brain that can't even comprehend how art works. I'm not just a bad artist, but like even understanding
You're quite certain
how
you know
art
what you're
functions is
Just
difficult
leave
for me.
everything to me.
And that book
And
helped a
stand
lot.
Far, far back.
Here it is. Here's the big explosion. Dynamite, as Jimmy Walker would say. Pretty good.
doing? Impressive work there, Phil.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Rattling sound. Let's get a real save, too. Boom. Tattered remains of the flag.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Where'd you
How
learn
did
about
you become
explosives?
so proficient with explosives?
The science of it always fascinated me. Even as a child, I read a great deal about mining and demolitions. The lessons were invaluable. So, when my parents sent me to university, I studied civil engineering. Most people do not realize just how much care must be taken when dealing with dynamite.
You know, my dad worked as a coal miner most of his life, and he would frequently bring home dynamite and blasting caps from the mines when we had a difficult task to accomplish around the house, like say stump removal. And I have to say, as a kid, there's nothing a lot more fun than watching your dad stuff a stump with dynamite and set it off and watch it explode in your yard. And I will say, a lot of problems can be really quickly resolved with dynamite. I feel like we have all these like life hacks about great, household cleaners and de-weeding tools and stuff like that. Dynamite can really do just about anything.
Hang on. You have a university
God bless you,
education?
Alfred Nobel.
Of course. Does this surprise you?
Was his name Alfred?
No, I just didn't think a revolutionary would have a degree.
Well, I do. From the Escuela Superior de Ingenieros in Madrid.
Right. Carry on.
Dynamite can do it all. That's what they say.
How are you holding up, Jake?
Oh, just fine, just fine.
I like having a small conversation before we enter the building we've spent the last couple of days trying to get into, and we're nearly killed in the process.
Well, slap my behind and call me Betsy.
Not sure what I was expecting to find, but it wasn't this.
It has been completely ransacked.
Still, there's gotta be some indication of where Clark took his money. Let's take a look around. But watch yourselves. No telling what any of these doohickeys might be capable of.
TNT Dynamite. What we got here? Like a, let's say, sex cage?
A wooden mannequin in a cage? I
Yep.
have so many questions.
I knew it.
Sure you want them answered?
I knew it. I know a sex cage when I see it.
At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety. Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
Won't do us any good if there's nothing power in this place, though.
Oh, I know what that is. I've played Space Quest. That's just like in Space Quest 6, the compressed air they hook up to the door. So it makes a swoosh sound when it opens.
I can't see through. The window is too grimy.
Oh, man. This is great, Gary. You learned about Kandinsky. Oh, man. I love Kandinsky. I saw a great Kandinsky exhibit in New York about 10 years ago. It's fantastic. Great Calder exhibit, too, if you like mobiles.
I can't make heads nor
Or mobiles.
tails of this chicken scratch. There's about 2 inches of dust. Empty. Not really surprising. What in the ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
It's got like a friendly little face on it, though. I'm a robot.
Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things.
Uh-oh.
Is this some kind of combination or code? It won't turn any further that way. One of the dials.
Oh, this is the TT-180 we heard about earlier. Yeah, Calder did a lot of interesting things, but his like suspended mobiles were some of my favorite work. Just abstract mobiles. What was neat about them that I never realized until I saw them in person was a lot of them have motorized components so that they spun independently, and some of them did neat things like the shadows that they cast created images that wouldn't be immediately apparent from looking at the mobile itself. Calder was really fascinating. I gained a new appreciation from the art exhibit.
Not much left. Some books and a broken device.
It's like a love tester. Makes sense with the sex cage.
No handle. Must be some other way to open it.
Dynamite.
A wooden mannequin in a cage? I have Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Tell me the solution to this puzzle.
Sure is something, isn't it?
I admit, I never gave much credence to all that ethericity business, but seeing all them contraptions and appurtenances, let's just say it's given me a new appreciation for Clark's tenacity.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Wow. A rude way to end a conversation.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Clark's lab is really quite something, wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Something unnatural. Something perverse.
That's what I said.
What possessed him to undertake this research is beyond me.
Right. Carry on.
Well, let's try to open this ding-dang door. How are we getting in there?
No handle.
No handle, no dial. This is a poorly appointed. Hey, Tom. Oh, you can go left. Well, gosh darn it, you can. Thank you, Paul. I bet that's where all the dials and door handles are.
This Clark fellow was into some strange things, wasn't he?
That's what I was
I'm starting to
saying.
understand why he chose to do his work out in the middle of nowhere.
This may have held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders. This must be where Clark parked his rear during his experiments.
That checks out. I agree with your assessment, Harley.
I get the impression this is what powers everything in here.
We just need to get it running again somehow.
Ooh, Kraft ranch flavored mac and cheese. Is that a thing that exists? A bird.
No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more.
A
Some
zip,
kind
zip.
of power meter. Never heard of an ampere before.
Oh, it's a kind of eel.
These meters seem connected to whatever's behind the panel.
An electric eel.
Guess we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
I was hoping for more answers here to the left.
This is where all the cables wind up.
What is the reveal? Hotspots. Oh.
Looks like a toolbox. What's it doing all the way up there? Way too high for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else.
I know, I'll throw a flag at it.
That's not going to help me reach the box.
Not with that attitude. Maybe scooting a chair? Now this is adventure gaming.
Maybe this will help. Then again, maybe not.
Got me. Gotcha. I'll just shimmy up this pole.
Guess we won't get...
I think I've looked at everything.
Can we talk?
What's
Maybe
on
Jake
your
has a
mind?
solution. Oh.
Might I borrow that arrowhead for a spell?
By all means. Maybe it'll bring you some luck too.
Any clever ideas to get to that confounded box?
Not too many, I'm afraid.
Hang on, I've got an idea. Why don't you just shoot the box down?
Yeah.
Beg pardon?
Let's put that gunslinging know-how of yours to work.
Try. This is his
I
whole
may be
thing.
a showman, but I ain't a performing monkey. Besides, I never perform sharpshooting tricks without a crowd.
Crowd be damned. I want to see what's in the box.
What's in the
You've
box?
proven yourself resourceful. I'm sure you can find a more practical way to get to that box that doesn't involve me wasting ammo.
I don't understand. You showed off your prowess with a gun before. Now all I'm hearing are excuses. You're so shifty all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
All right, look. The truth is, I've gone a mite rusty. A couple of years ago, I could have done it with my eyes shut, but time ain't been kind to my hands.
So how did you pull off that juggling trick?
Danny's the one that shoots the ball from the wings. You want that box down so bad, ask him to help you when he gets back.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Can you think of any way to get
Yeah, I
that
need to get that box down.
I'm afraid reaching high things has never been my forte.
Right. Carry on.
Well, we have an arrowhead now. That's an improvement. Arrowheaded.
I hope this isn't considered treason.
Everybody, this way. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I'm willing to try it.
That's not going to help me reach the box.
I didn't think it was, but I didn't have a better idea.
Have I got something on my face?
I like that there are specific responses to these
Appreciate it, but I have no need right now.
these attempts. Let's see here. Does the answer lie in the sex cage? I turn it with the scrap of fabric.
That won't fit there. That won't fit there. Nothing happened. This console isn't getting any power.
What do we think, gang? Any thoughts? Any hints? Gonna go back over there and use my reveal hotspots. Magic power. Use my hitman sense. Well, Agent 47 our way through this thing.
Looks like some type of cannon, and it's pointing right at the cage.
This guy's a real creeperoonie, we know that. Arrow has a screwdriver. It didn't seem to let me on the console earlier, and don't think I could interact. It did look like the cannon from Sam and Max, didn't it? I was thinking the exact same thing, Gary. Some real fry you like a pork sausage energy going on there.
No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more.
We can't do that, at least not now. Everybody take your places.
How are you holding up, Jake?
Oh, just fine.
Oh. What have we here?
Dios mío. What is this abomination?
Howdy, folks. Interested in learning about Coltit's miracle elixir?
Yes.
Of course we are, little lady.
Then step on over here.
I love this already.
I'm sure there's a lesson here about the laws of supply and demand. Professor Xander Coltit III. Good medicine for good people. My guess is the primary ailment these folks cure is swollen purses.
Oh, got him.
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The travesty.
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle
Xander
elixir.
Coltit the Third.
My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
Drop the spiel. We're not rubes.
Look, kid, we're not born yesterday, townies. You can spare us the song and dance.
Oh, leave her be. I think she's charming.
Thanks, mister. My daddy says that to get anywhere in this business, charm is financial.
I think you mean essential?
I know what I mean.
Okay, this is good.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Miracle.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the widely popular Coltit's emulsified soporific comes Coltit's Miracle Elixir.
Miracle.
The finest, most elective tonic in Vespuccia. Guaranteed to treat and cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And
I have
for
one of
a
those.
special limited time, we're selling it for the treasonable price of just 5 crowns.
Sounds pretty miraculous, all right. What's in this elixir, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Daddy's the one who makes it. Oh, but I know he gets his secret ingredient from some lady named Ethel. He always talks about her when he makes a new batch.
5 crowns seems a bit pricey.
Yeah.
How about I give you 2
Bargain.
instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
Oh, I'm sure we can agree that rules were made to be broken, young lady. Would you consider 3 crowns? We'll tell everybody we meet to come see you. Then you can charge them a reasonable 6.
Well, okay, deal.
We did it. I didn't know we actually had a purse.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert when there's a town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stand out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way.
That was me.
No.
Oh, come on. You could tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no.
This is a
Now
great
stop
voice
asking.
performance.
Fine, jeez.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
That's how I feel after every conversation. It was a real pressure.
Professor Xander Coltit III's Miracle Elixir. Guaranteed to cure what ails you. I'm sure that's the case if what ails you is sobriety.
Oh, that's awesome, Blue Wyvern. You're not shaking that many picked their plan. Oh, so you really did remember that. That's awesome.
Whew. That'll put hairs on your chest.
I'll just drink this and...
I'd prefer to keep the cloth dry.
become super strong.
I'd prefer to keep...
What? I can't drink it and become super strong?
Are you interested in...
Not right.
My daddy said I can't talk to you anymore then. Sorry.
All right. Elixir acquired. Let's see. We got that destination. We've got the lab. We got Fort. Can we go Fort? Hello.
What is it?
That leaning around the corner bit's nice.
Did Captain Stokes come back here? We lost sight of him after the attack.
He's here. Don't think he's up to receiving anyone, though.
I found the flag Stokes was carrying out on patrol. Thought he might like it back.
It's very noble of you, miss. I'll make sure he gets it.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
So I just can't go in the fort?
No handles. Must only open from the inside.
Okay. Go back here and see if we're ready to rendezvous with the rest of our party. Apparently not. You can't walk to the sun. Learned that back in Monkey Island. Well, I don't know. Maybe I give some elixir to the General Stokes. Surely that's not the puzzle. Hey, guard.
Hey, guard! Guess he doesn't want to talk.
Schmillo.
How are you holding up, Jake?
Oh, just fine, just fine.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about? Whatever you say.
I like a good, I've exhausted my
That thing
dialogue
has seen some
options.
action.
Response there. Okay, well, gang. Maybe this is just the end of the game. Maybe it just ends right here. It'd be odd, but you know, it happens sometimes. Just ran out of game. Does the hotspot key work on the overworld map? Now, Cregan, this is a great question. And one that has now captured my imagination. Perhaps I'm missing a hotspot. Chi-Chi, that's right. Don't talk, exit. Yeah, it does. So we aren't missing a hotspot, turns out. I don't know. I mean, we have the elixir now, but I don't know what that's going to do for us. I know, I'm really good at shooting bottles. We proved that earlier, so I'll just throw the bottle up there, shoot it, and knock off the...
That's not going to help
I didn't
me
think
reach
that
the
was going to do
box.
much. That didn't feel like the solution.
Well, thanks, but no thanks. Gotta keep a clear head for now.
No, thank you. I am not feeling sick.
If anyone has a hint, I'm happy to take it.
I'd prefer to...
I have to get that panel open. Oh, was it the panel over here? Oh. Well, I have just the item for that.
Let's see if this works.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, Cregan.
That did it.
Uh-oh. This is like a puzzle. You guys know I'm terrible at these things.
That should do it. no good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more.
Okay. Don't worry, we'll have that sex cage up and running in no time.
Let's put some of this elixir to good use.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Hot damn. I love that's her catchphrase. Hey, that brought back our new companion.
Looks like Phil managed to get the door open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I'd say so, yes.
We are up and running.
Impressive.
This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow intend to do with such power?
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself.
Nice job getting the lights back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
We got them as much as we could. I hope they'll be all right.
Well, I suppose we should see about...
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn. Looks like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please, make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
Okay, so I picked the catchphrase.
Hey.
I don't think I realized that. I'm glad I locked it in. It's very
Goodness,
good.
I
Hot damn's
wasn't
excellent.
expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
Terrific. Another one of these loons.
You think he's associated with that fella we met outside?
How's it going, Grundy?
Paul Burkhart.
I'm loving the game.
Emissary of the Luminarians.
The what now?
We are disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
Everyone be sure to go pick this up on Steam. Grundy, is it on sale for something like the next 12 hours or so, or something like that? Is Steam sale almost over? Or better yet, wait a day and buy it at full price. And then buy a copy for your friends. On sale until Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. There you have it, gang. Plenty of time to get this one at some % off.
You know, I think we've met one of these disciples already.
You must be referring to Samuel. He is quite protective of this place. If you seek enlightenment, we will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all return to the commune. We must not further defile the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all.
I like the sandals. I'm a sandal man. That's what they call me.
Welcome to Chrysalis, friends.
Y'all don't
Feel
see a lot of
free
my
to
feet on the
explore,
stream, but they are
converse
always
with
wearing
the
sandals.
residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
What an accommodating fella.
You have to go to my
This is
OnlyFans to get all
very
the foot
strange.
coverage.
You all might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself. All right, let's see what we can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hand, shall we? If anybody asks, our interest is purely academic.
Hey,
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar. Just withhold certain details. We're interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
I know lying doesn't come natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
always maintain eye contact intensely.
Make sure you don't break eye contact. Shifty eyes are a telltale sign of dishonest intent.
And they'll
You
remember
seem
that.
to have a lot of experience in these matters.
Maybe, but I only lie when it's necessary.
You find it necessary to lie?
Sure, at times. To save
like
my
Nadine.
skin. You don't?
I haven't needed to.
Lucky you. Hope that keeps working out for you. But if anyone asks what you were up to the day when, say, a wagon got raided outside Rosewater, a little capacity for dissimulation might be handy to have.
Your advice is appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
Hey, Unstable, learn from Babylon 5. The worst kind of lie is a half-truth. All right. At the commune.
Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right. Certainly colorful. If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer.
It's not the only one.
Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare.
This isn't as good as the Scarecrow in Toonstruck. Grundy, why didn't you get the Scarecrow from Toonstruck for this part?
They have an automated irrigation system. Pretty ingenious. Suppose that's where the animals are kept.
Wow, this place looks amazing. That's what I want to do. I want to transcend my fleshy body. Come on, level 6 laser lotus or whatever's happening here.
My, that's quite imaginative. Quite the contraption. Full of grain by the look of it.
Me too.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least.
Can't take the handle. Why would you tease me with that handle talk?
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
I like that
don't
we've
find
broken
them a
off
bit
here.
Odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
I'll leave you to your
Not wrong.
conversation.
Nadine's a good human.
Excuse me?
Ah, hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Leger.
My name's Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
Met
Did
Dr.
you ever
Clark.
meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the wax anatomical models in the medical marvels exhibit. But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennet Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
I know I keep heaping praise on this game, but the voice acting is very strong across the board.
Clark's demonstration?
Indeed. The miracle that drew aside the veil and took my wife and the other 14 blessed souls up into the etheric realm. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
Yeah.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennet didn't disappear. He transcended.
Transcended?
Transcended?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That happened to my grandma. No, it's excellent voice acting. A lot of care put into the supporting characters as well, which I really appreciate.
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Leger, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, His true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
Oh, by the way, are you the chef?
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community? Or
I love
what?
that.
Not
Oh my
quite.
God.
Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the road to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
Crop rotation. That's where it's at.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
GMOs, man. That's where it's at.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join up with these folks?
Well, like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
Blue Wyvern, I was wondering. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. I suspected that could be you, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to pry.
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Hey now, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of
Twist
Emissary
britches.
Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
That's great to have you. Glad you could be here. We could always use more Jesses around here. That's what I always say. Some would say we need less. Some would like to see me go, but you know, I'm here to stay. I'm sorry.
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I don't even
I
have Discord
caught you
open.
trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
What's
How are
so
you
special
guarding
about
this
this place
building?
that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Oh, so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Yeah, that's what I say when I pick up inventory items too.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
The chef told me everything. He's a lot friendlier.
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
I have an arrowhead that says otherwise.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
You left a
That
sex
room
doll.
is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try, but not on my watch.
Okay, let's learn about Dr. Clark. What was
Do you
Dr.
know
Clark
any details
researching?
about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying
I love
is
that. That's great
you
writing.
don't actually know.
I've underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
This guy's sandals are on too tight. That's right.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No.
Needs to loosen that
Nor
strap a
did
little.
I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Look at your Birkenstocks in a wad. Oh. Got this
I think I
pizza
saw
oven.
this model in the latest Bulls Clearage Frontier catalog. Fancy.
Oh. Well. What have we here?
He does go on, doesn't he? They're really fond of this butterfly motif, aren't they?
I
I
kind
don't
of
know.
like it.
A place called Chrysalis would be so into butterflies.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
What hasn't he? This guy makes Jake seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Britannia, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it means he's dead.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's a teensy bit dead. Yeah, you shoot down a
I
box.
was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah, you want to go right now?
Yeah, why not?
Yes,
Let's go get a
let's head
thing.
over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
All right, that's sweet. I'll take
Phil, there you are.
Had enough of those luminous
Special talent
lunatics
gun.
too,
That's
did
right.
you?
Not entirely.
Gun haver.
Danny's come to help get that box down.
Danny gun
That's it,
haver.
up there.
Right.
Gun
You
shaver.
might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Oh, this is going to be amazing. Hope this doesn't ricochet.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Pretty exciting.
There's more than one way to get a box open.
For instance, shooting it. Who has
Well,
knobs?
Anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
That's what I needed.
hope it was worth the trouble then.
That
I
was
guess that's
good
just
practice,
what
at
I
least.
needed.
I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
We'll use the wrench to open the sex cage. We'll get out the mannequin, and we'll replace the scarecrow with the mannequin because it's a lot scarier. And then we'll go from there. I've solved it. yeah, I guess it could be the Dial of Destiny. Yeah, so I've got the rest of this section of the game figured out. I know exactly what I need to do. Boing.
Phil, you might want to...
Oh no.
Move. Are you all right?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
Uh-oh. Yes, please patch that as an alternate
Hey, Phil?
solution.
Let's talk.
What about?
I'd appreciate that.
Any ideas what the code for the door might be?
Hi, it could be anything. Are you intending to guess it?
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't see any other way.
Santa Maria, that could take months. If what is behind that door is so important, then the code itself must be something meaningful to Clark. Maybe you can deduce it by learning more about him. I am certain those payasos at the commune will have plenty to share.
A bunch of Clark's things are collected at the commune.
Did you come blow it up?
One of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you seeking a distraction?
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens I do.
Oh.
I have had a look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme.
Blow up the
What
lab?
would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Well, I'll consider it.
This is great.
Right?
Okay,
I will stay.
I think I've got it. We use the handle as the plunger. We know where some fertilizer was.
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent. All right, then.
Okay. This distraction sounds like a pretty cockamamie plan. That might be just what we need.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today, on the 8-month anniversary? Because 1 is nothing special. 1 is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called Evocator Bennet up to join them in the luminiferous ether. In so doing, they showed us the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennet dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
The important bits maybe go into the diary. Didn't see a diary updated.
Here in Chrysalis, and on the other side, when he first arrived here, in that twice blessed year, for never forget that 8 is the most sacred number, Evocator Bennet perhaps did not yet know that he was building a temple. But that is what it was, my friends. A temple, a lighthouse, a shining beacon in the dark. A divine instrument that would pierce the cosmic veil, letting the ether's light shine through to guide us, calling the luminous ones, calling us here, calling us home. We will never forget the momentous occasion when this holy work began. When
Give me more
Evocator
details.
Bennet came west after the Lamplight City miracle to break ground for a new laboratory. And he raised a light to the heavens and cried, "Let me in!" And 2 years later, his call was answered. And he was taken up into the etheric realm.
These are a lot of numbers.
And oh, friends, it is joyous. The ether is a realm of pure thought and light and love. There we are freed from these coarse material bonds. There we are not women and men, not young and old, not poor and rich, not white and black and brown. There we exist as pure souls, glittering beings of brilliant rainbow color. Our bodies are as the chrysalides of butterflies,
Wow.
curled up tight in these fleshly shells. Contained within each of us is our true etheric form. And believe me, friends, it is beautiful. You are all so beautiful. In the ether, we must finally emerge from our cocoons and fly free. Free among our soul siblings in the company of the luminous ones. 2 years ago, Evocator Bennet called them here. And 8 months ago, his call was answered.
This guy is like if Hugh Bliss from Sam and Max spent like a few months hanging out in Colombia from Bioshock Infinite. That's, I'm sure that's intentional. I'm sure that's the exact reference we're supposed to pick up here.
I've had about as much of that as I can handle.
Well, I certainly got all those numbers.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, Ali Zazamora. I hope I didn't mispronounce that too horribly.
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
I like your style.
Fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
I agree. You've really managed to liven up this desert with some color.
Yes, that was my intent. I'm glad it comes across.
I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennet's sacred number, of
I
course.
mean, it wouldn't just be 8888, would it?
Sacred number? What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the Evocator's writings, and Bennet himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
How did you end up here in Chrysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We
88.
founded Chrysalis
88,
here,
yeah.
close to the Evocator's
Why not?
laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether, the realm of the cosmos, home of the luminous ones. The barrier is very thin here. Can't you feel it?
Yeah, I mean, I
There's
can feel a
definitely
little something,
in
yeah.
the air. What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Welcome in. How have you been? Ben, I agree. There's some top-notch sunsets in this game.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
This game is super pretty. It's a really fun game. It's called Rosewater. It just came out earlier this year. Sort of a Western adventure with some little steampunk hints here and there.
Could
really
we have
good
a
stuff.
word in private, Jake?
Sure. What's on your mind?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
Thunder.
I got a theoretical question for you.
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly.
Oh, wow.
If you get my meaning.
Wow.
Something one forgets easily.
Right.
I bet she did.
I think I've found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Oh, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
The very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
I'll just leave you to it then.
All right. Piecing together puzzle parts.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers.
The butterflies are
A
known for
reliable
that.
water supply is everything out here.
Okay. Got spots. Make sure Danny
Hey,
does
Danny?
everything else to
What's
say.
going on?
If you
Yeah.
had to pick a 4-digit number sequence that was easy to remember, what would you pick?
Suppose it'd be something important? A date, maybe? Or a memorable year? Never really thought about it.
Okay.
I'll leave you to the lecture.
Let's see what we put in our diary. Gone into the ether. Grab some of this fertilizer. Now we have a good
This
excuse.
had better work, Phil.
Been wanting fertilizer this whole time. I'm not committed to this solution. I get the feeling there may be multiple solutions here.
Full of grain by the look of it.
I was sure that this handle was going to be our
This
plunger.
isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least.
Okay.
I've got more important...
I'll leave this area. How do I leave this area? Ah, up there. Perfect. Got it. Puzzle solved. Oh, you're at the guy. Now, that could be the solution. I'm not ruling that out. Did you happen to solve this puzzle while I was gone, Bill? Because if you did, that would really help me out. It feels like nobody else is solving any puzzles when I'm not around. Okay. I guess we'll start with the most obvious and we'll rule out just a bunch of 8s. Hey, thank you, Blue. It's good to see you. Have a good evening.
Not Clark's birthday. Good to know he wasn't quite so conceited. Not Clark's birth year. Guess that would have been too obvious.
So a double blessed year.
It won't turn any... No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Yeah, I like that it doesn't just say nope there too. That feedback is pretty useful.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Double blessed year. Wouldn't be in the future.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Yeah, I appreciate adventure game with good feedback. They says lab up out here. It's 1850, right?
Hot damn.
Ah, we did
Well,
it.
nothing horrible came out, shall we?
After you.
All right. That's puzzle solving, baby. All right. And you know what? I'm going to leave us on a cliffhanger. We'll never know what's inside that door because I'm going to call it a night right here and now. I need to get going. But man, I'm enjoying this. This is such a good game. I'm very into this and can't wait to see where it goes next. I think I'll play again probably Friday night will be my next Rosewater session. Before that, though, on Wednesday night, you can expect to see me for a little more Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon. Be sure to tune in there where we'll be dealing with a different strange cult, I think. But that should be a good time, too. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. This has been a blast. Let's get a raid going somewhere. Let's see who's online, where we can head to. Also, we got all kinds of folks playing tonight. Let's drop in on. Oh, okay. Here we go. Sweet Beat is streaming. Kathy Rain 2. Let's drop in over there. I haven't seen any Kathy Rain 2 yet. I have no idea how far they're in on this, but who doesn't love a little Kathy Rain? So let's drop in over there. And thank y'all again for joining me. This is a real pleasure to have you here. And yes, please listen to Quest, the Adventure Game Podcast. Our most recent episode was all about Police Quest with special guest Grayson. And our episode that releases tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern time should be another real banger. You'll want to tune in for that one. I won't spoil the topic, but it's coming up soon, just a few hours. Everybody, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you again very soon. Take care.